I'm Isna. I'm from the government team. This house believes that there should be within human rights standard to protect online data. What is data? Data is a recognition fact that can be processed into meaningful information. Data can be the form of the text, number, symbol, image, each other visible from. Personal data is any data about personal life, whatever identify and are identifiable individual or combined with each other information. Each other directly or indirectly through electronic and non-electronic system. Example of personal data include name, address, place, data of birth, and so on. Part of general personal data, we have sensitive personal data. This sensitive personal data is personal data that requires special protect consisting of data relating to religions, health, physical condition, mental condition, sexual life, personal financial data, and each other personal data that might harm to privacy or data subject. It is very important to protect personal data because without the protection of personal data, sexual disorder and online bullying can easily occur in the content or of disruption. Part of the personal data protection also need to be done to prevent individual or person from bidding and to avoid potential name contamination. I'm from the second speaker from the government team. The internet network or web is becoming important tool to achieve foreign general freedom. Human process in this way greatly all incoming access to the web in all countries must be easily, especially in promote the right to freedom expression. The internet provides ample space from updating version from expression. The internet is the strongest strength in the world and raises very complex human rights issue. The internet is take away an attempt to monopolize information and discussion making where citizens feel impatient and honestly as irreversibly. The internet or web can be enabling people to resist perception. The web also contains citizens with training and easy access to media, conference, and monetary freedom. All citizens have scarce privilege, namely special freedom granted by law. With this basic privilege, the census access commitment to create very citizen and through basic rights such the right to privacy, freedom of expression, the right to information, including the right to personal data, is becoming increasingly complex to protect today. I'm the third speaker from the government team. Protection of personal data is a part of the personal protection mandate in Article 28G, paragraph 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia from 1945 to the person. This has not been regulated in an integrated manner in a prescribed law. Need the first setting protection of the personal data is part a law is very important to remember. There is a lot of misuse of personal data that is not according with this original purpose, such as buying and selling personal data commercial. Personal data protection settings are currently still being a regulation separately in several laws that do not special regulation data protection personnel. Implementing a personal data protection regularly looking at the setting have been made in other countries to the view and study according to the context of sociological condition in Indonesia. This article discusses the general concept of the personal data protection and compare personal data protection argument is in other countries with provide analysis of the result of the comparison from the lateral review of the application in Indonesia. I'm Isna. I'm from the opposite team. Not believe the motion elevated age recursion for marriage. The age limited for entering into marriage is very important. This is because a marriage requires physically maturity. A married age this is too young can result in increase in divorce case due to a lack of awareness of responsibility in married life for husband and wife. In reality, the number of children married in Indonesia is relatively high, namely around 1 in 8 girls married under the age of 18, around 375 girls get married every day. The impact of children married is very different. Namely, the children who are married of will lose their right to the grow until love developed, be deprived of their right to education, and be vulnerable to expressing sexual function. Another impact is the children pregnancy contribution to high mental mortality rates, resulting in the birth of many mononucleated babies and stunting children. I'm the second speaker from the opposite team. The practice of children married in Indonesia occurs due to a person factor that influence each other, profoundly culture, religion, interpretation, and the negative impact of technology development. Apart from that, special conditions, sex and conflict and migration also influence the practice of child marriage. The law is a factor to provide opportunities for the society to legalize child marriage. The marriage law provides a different minimum age limit for marriage, namely 16 years for prospective birth and 18 years for prospective groms. Part of the practice of married children below the minimum marriage age also occurs. Couple one or both of women are under the minimum age getting married after obtaining discretion from the across or other official. I'm the third speaker from the opposite team. The age limit for marriage is very important and need to be considered with entering into marriage, because at a young age, when someone gets married, it can affect the earning of their household. In setting the age limit for marriage, the government pays special attention to the implementation for marriage, especially regarding the age limit. The government has considering certain things to determine the age limit for marriage. The government implementing the marriage act, one of which also takes into action a person level of maturity, because the government is the most influential part in the effectiveness of implementing the marriage age limit.